Shalom Israel. Before I start, I give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Wahar, Rakar, Kadash, double honors to elders and apostles in Israel, who rule and teach all, the Akims, the Iwas and byways pushing this word in truth and sincerity, the brothers and sisters in the truth. Yeah, I wanted to play this video because what's been happening, there's a few brothers have been doing videos on Karens, and this is a video that someone sent me recently, which I wanted to play. But the thing is, these Karen incidents ain't nothing new. These have been going on for a long time. It's been going on back in the day, and they're still going on now. Like, it's the same spirit, but we know that the spirits come back. The flesh dies, but the spirit lives on, and the Most High sends your spirit back. So these Karen videos that we're seeing with these false accusations, these are nothing new. These have been going on from time immemorial. So I just wanted to play this video and just go through some scriptures. Okay.
Karen, you're not going to sit there and flip me off. You flipped me off. You don't touch me. Do not touch me. You flipped me off. I don't care. Why did you flip me off? Karen. Ma'am, don't touch me. Do not touch me. Did you not touch me? Did you flip me off? Why did I?
And the thing is, and just like in the past, how they would play the victim, like I said, it's the same spirits back now, playing the victim when you're actually the one at fault.
You flipped off. Why did I? Ma'am, Karen, are you okay? Can you explain to me calmly? I'm not attacking you. Ma'am, you flipped me off. Guys, this is her license plate number. She lives here. This is her address. Karen, you flipped me off. You cut me off and flipped me off, and now you're playing the victim. Ma'am, would you like to calm down? Guys, she flipped me off. She literally flipped me off, and then she tried to come home. She's Karen. Karen, would you like to calm down and have a conversation? Why you? Am I attacking her? Ma'am, I'm not attacking you. You flipped me off and you thought you could get away with it. You didn't think I would find you. She can apologize for calling me a nigger and flipping me off. I'm trying to talk to you. My name is Carlos. Would you like to speak to me? This is what we get picked. Ma'am, why are you sitting here crying? What have I done to you? Ma'am, what have I done to you? So you can go around the city and flip people off and cut me off. So you didn't flip me off. Ma'am, I'm trying to let you talk. Do you know her? You cannot sit. She literally flipped me off. She cut me off. I have it on camera. She flipped me off 3 blocks away, and then she slammed on her brakes. I have it on my Instagram. And then I got on my car and I was like, ma'am, why are you following me? Why? She literally followed me. So then I followed her.
And all of this really is just to look sympathy, even though you're in the wrong, And back in the day, like, Jay could be hung up by a tree by now.
Back home. And I said, ma'am, why are you harassing me? Ma'am, listen to about what? Did I speak to you? Ma'am, if you didn't do anything wrong, why didn't you just have a conversation? Dude, why did you flick a black man off and then when I tried to speak to you? So when I got out of my car and tried to speak to you, did you not back up and not speak to me? Exactly. So you know what, ma'am? So you're so afraid of a camera, but you're flicking black people off. So why are you driving aggressively flicking people off? So,
See, playing the victim, man, playing the victim, man. This is nothing new.
so why are we here? Why are we here? So I spend my day. She literally, I'm gonna go home, but she literally, I'm not even doing anything.
And now you got this guy coming up talking about you can see she's in distress. Yeah, she's the one at fault. Yeah, looking sympathy, and he's talking about you can see she's in distress.
I'm trying to.
See, now look, this Edomite is trying to defend her now. You keep asking her questions. You know, this is what she was looking. She's in the wrong. Yeah, she's acting like this, trying to look sympathy, and it seems to be working. He doesn't even know what the situation is, but he's here defending her before you find out what the situation is.
Yeah, you saw it. I'm gonna walk away. Did you see her do it? I'm gonna walk away. I know, but this is not fair for me because now she's playing a victim when she victimized me. She victimized me.
He doesn't understand. He's just trying to defend her. Yeah, because if you understood, then you know that she is in the wrong, and you shouldn't be telling him he needs to leave. He should be telling her she needs to fix up.
You're not gonna get anything out of it. You just have to walk away. I know. What's your name, sir? I'm Carlos. Just kind of let you know what happened. She was driving aggressively. She flipped me off. You saw it.
She looked around and followed him back here. She started the whole thing.
So I'm gonna de-escalate it, but I just wanted to be known that she started this.
See, now all of a sudden he understands.
And now she's afraid that I came back around.
She's beyond control at this point.
So I'm gonna just walk away. But you said your name was Tony.
Yeah,
I'm Carlos, but this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable.
She's beyond.
Yeah, and it's a good thing the brother had witnesses as well, not just the camera. But this is nothing new, like I said. You know, this has been going on for a very long time. It's just that nowadays, brothers have cameras and can capture these incidents. You know, it's like the incident with the brother that was in the park bird watching, where the woman's phoning the police, acting all this stress on the camera, but the brother acting all this stress on the phone, and the brother wasn't doing a thing to her because they know, you know, that back in the day that spirit is still in them. All they have to do is cry wolf, and Jake's in big trouble. Now this is Isaiah 47:1. It says, Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And this is what's happening. The Most High is throwing down Esau's kingdom, and this is like a last ditch attempt to like cling onto something that's falling, clinging onto a sinking ship. It says, take the millstone and grind meal, and cover thy locks. Make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. And this is what's happening. You know, all the lies that Esau's been telling is starting to be uncovered now. You know, these things are coming out into the light. Yeah, this is why she's acting like that. You know, trying to play the victim to get sympathy, even though she's in the wrong. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So Esau's nakedness is being uncovered now. You know, like I said, there's cameras around, and these things are catching the lies that Esau are trying to perpetrate. And the women are just as bad because they got a lot of our brothers killed. Yeah, you got a famous situation of Emmett Till. Yeah, it's only when this woman was on her deathbed when she decided to tell the truth. But up until that point, she had no qualms in continuing the lie. Yeah, this young brother got murdered, man. His face got disfigured because an Edomite woman, an Edomite Karen, wanted to play the victim. Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. It says, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So as I was saying, this Karen situation is nothing new. This has been going on for a long time, and The Edomite woman has always been playing the victim when they're at fault. Now, this is one of those situations. This is about the Scarborough boys. Now, it says here, Slacker, the Scottsboro boys. Sorry. It says the Scottsboro boys were 9 African American teenagers aged 13 to 19, falsely accused in Alabama of raping 2 white women on a train in 1931. The landmark set of legal cases from this incident dealt with racism and the right to a fair trial. Yeah, because when you should look into this, because these brothers didn't get a fair trial at all, even though the evidence pointed to them being innocent. The cases included a lynch mob before the suspects had been indicted, all white juries, rushed trials, and disrupted mobs. And in a video that I watched on this incident, the judge was a drunk, and I think the DA, the prosecution was senile, or it was the other way around. But either way, none of them was in any fit state to be trying anyone. So it says the case included a lynch mob before the suspects had been indicted, all white juries, rushed trials, and disrupted mobs. It is commonly cited as an example of a miscarriage of justice in the United States legal system. And this miscarriage of justice is nothing new. It continues even to this very day. Slakia. It says on March 25th, 1931, 24 people were hoboing on a freight train traveling between Chattanooga and Memphis, Tennessee. The hobos being an equal mix of African Americans and Caucasians. A group of white teenage boys saw 18-year-old Haywood Patterson on the train and attempted to push him off the train, claiming that it was a white man's train. A group of whites gathered rocks and attempted to force all of the black men from the train. Patterson and the other black passengers were able to ward off the group. The humiliated white teenagers jumped or were forced off the train and reported to the city's sheriff that they had been attacked by a group of black teenagers. So this lies, like, we need to think of one for the guys then that do it. The women's are Karens, and the guys would probably call them Kens. Yeah. It says the sheriff deputized a posse comitatus, stopped and searched the train at Paint Rock, Alabama, and arrested the black Americans. Now, this is the point. 2 young white women also got off the train and accused the African American teenagers of rape. The case was first heard in Scottsboro, Alabama, and 3 rush trials in which the defendants received poor legal representation. All but the 13-year-old Roy Wright were convicted of rape and sentenced to death, the common sentence in Alabama at the time for black men convicted of raping white women, even though there was medical evidence to suggest that they had not committed the crime. And now, the reason why these women cried rape, it turns out they were prostitutes and they were crossing state lines, and you weren't meant to do that. You weren't meant to cross state lines like that. So fearing being arrested, they cried out rape. They got off the train and cried rape. So like I said, this Karen incident is nothing new. It's been going on for a long time. Now this is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And this is one of the reasons why the Most High is passing this kind of a judgment on Esau. Yeah, the man and the woman. Because the Edomite woman is just as guilty as the man. She has been the cause of death for a lot of Jakes over the years. Yeah, acting the distressed Karen. But it says, for thy violence. Now, this word violence is not only just talking about violence as in physical assault. This is also going into a false report. That's also violence. Now, when we go into this word here, it says, for thy violence. Yeah, it's not just talking about actually physically assaulting someone. So like, yeah.
Strong's H2555. Hamas.
So it says here, violence, wrong, cruelty, injustice. But when we look at how this Strong's H2555 is used during the scriptures, it says violence, violent, cruelty, wrong, false. And I want to look at these two. It says two, but there's more than two scriptures. So, like I said, that violence is not just talking about physical violence, it's also talking about raising a false report. That's also like a deemed violence. Now, this is Exodus 23, verse 1. Yeah, it says, thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Yeah, so that's one instance, yeah, of using violence, yeah, being a false, raising a false report. This is Deuteronomy 19 and 16. It says, if a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong. And that's what we're seeing in this video here. You know, this woman is acting the victim as if she's been armed by the brother when she's the one who's at fault, you know, but she's playing the victim trying to get sympathy. So I'll read that again. Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 16. It says, if a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong. And many times over the Anoms, the Edomite women have raised false witnesses against Jake. And like I just read, one of them, which is the Scottsboro Boys, where these two Edomite prostitutes raised a false report. They created violence against these brothers. Yeah, so this is Psalms 27 and 12. It says, deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. Yeah, violent witnesses are risen up against me. And last one I want to bring out, this is Psalms 35, verse 11. False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. And like this woman was trying to do with the brother, trying to make him out to be some kind of a aggressor, when she was the one that was the aggressor. She was the one that was at fault, you know. And fortunately, not just having it on camera, there was actually witnesses who saw what happened to see that, you know, this Edomite woman, she was at fault. So like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. All these Karen instances that we're seeing that brothers are making videos about, these are just the spirits from back in the day coming back on the earth. You know, they was bringing false reports against Jake back then, and they're bringing false reports now. It's just fortunately for Jake that we have something called camera, portable cameras that can capture these instances, and you know, for the most part, make Jake, you know, vindicate him. Yeah, but yeah. With that, I'm gonna close out and give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahar Rakar Kadash, Kwam Yasha Allah.